everyone, and welcome to Nicole Talks Shop. Today, we're going to talk about something I see all the time: AI art, Canva designs, and custom apparel. Specifically, we're going to answer one really common question. So picture this. You've been working on a design for hours. Maybe you used a cool AI tool or you put something together in Canva, and it looks amazing on your screen. You're so excited. You email it over to your screen printer, already picturing it on a fresh new t-shirt. And then you get that email, the one that says, "Sorry, we can't use this file." It's so frustrating, right? So what is actually going on here? Well, here's the heart of the problem. What makes an image look incredible on your bright, shiny computer screen is playing by a totally different set of rules than what's needed for ink on fabric. One is made of light and the other is made of, well, actual ink. They're just not the same thing. Let's get into the nitty-gritty, starting with resolution, or DPI. That stands for dots per inch. Think of it like the number of tiny little dots that make up your image. For a website or an Instagram post, 72 to 96 DPI is totally fine. But when you try to blow that same image up to fit on a shirt, you're just stretching those few dots out and you get a blurry, pixelated mess. For a really sharp print, you need at least 300 DPI. That's kind of the magic number. And this brings us to the next big thing: vector versus raster. Most of the images you create with AI or Canva are raster images. They're made of pixels, those little squares we just talked about. Scale them up and they get all blocky. Printers, though, need vector files. A vector file isn't made of pixels, it's made of math. Seriously. These clean lines and curves can be scaled to any size you want, from a tiny logo on a sleeve to the side of a bus, and they will stay perfectly crisp and clear. So let's just recap the big troublemakers here. You've got your low-resolution files causing blurriness, and you've got your raster files that just can't be scaled up properly. But there are a couple of other big ones. First, color. Your screen uses RGB, red, green, and blue light, to create colors. That's why they can be so vibrant. But printers use ink, and that electric blue you fell in love with on screen might turn into a dull navy on the shirt. And don't even get me started on backgrounds. A lot of AI art has these really complex, messy backgrounds that are just a nightmare to remove cleanly for printing. And all of this leads to what I like to call the frustration funnel. It starts when you submit your gorgeous design feeling great. Then, step 2, the printer hits you back with, "This isn't print ready, we're gonna have to charge you art fees to fix it." Ugh, that kicks off a whole chain of emails, revisions, and delays. And before you know it, your project is late, you're over budget, and your deadline is totally blown. It's a headache that you really don't need. So how do we avoid the funnel? How do we get out of this mess? It's actually pretty simple. It just takes a small shift in how we think about the process. It all comes down to this one simple truth: great custom apparel starts with great print-ready art. The goal can't just be, does it look cool on my phone? It has to be, can this actually be printed well? And here it is. This is the big secret, the real game changer. The cheapest, fastest, and most effective way to get what you want is to work with your printer to create the art, not just have them fix your art. Bring them your ideas, show them your AI concept or your Canva mockup, and use it as inspiration. Let their art department build you a perfect, professional, vector-based file from scratch. Trust me, it is almost always cheaper and way faster than paying them to fix a broken file. If you only take away one thing from our little chat today, please let it be this: what looks good on the screen is not what looks good on apparel. They are two completely different things designed for two completely different worlds. An awesome social media graphic does not automatically make an awesome t-shirt. So I'll leave you with this question. The next time you're starting a project, ask yourself, is this design built to be seen on a screen, or is it built to be worn? Starting with that question in mind is going to save you so much time, money, and frustration down the road. Thanks so much for tuning in to Nicole Talks Shop.